now, my all dear friend. Now I am grand welcoming to you all in the concept and clarity session of chapter number 4 of audit and assurance. In this chapter, first of all, the concept that we have to cover that is called audit risk. Audit risk means the risk that the auditors gives an appropriate opinions when the financial statements are materially misstated. Thus, it is the risk that the auditor may fail to express an appropriate opinion in an audit assignment. Audit risk could be simply understood as follows. Now, audit risk during the audit of a company, if the financial statements of a company are materially misstated and those material misstatements are material in nature, then there will be a risk that auditor opinion given by the auditors regarding audit of that company would be incorrect. Then that risk will be known as audit risk. Okay. Now, we have to first of all know what is the meaning of audit risk. By with the help of a equation, we have to know what is the audit risk. Audit risk is a equation called risk of material misstatement into deduction risk. Now, what is risk of material misstatement? Risk of material misstatement is inherent risk into control risk. Now, what is inherent risk? Inherent risk, if I am telling in with my own with my own knowledge, that inherent risk is such type of risk which an auditor identified before implementing any control, and the control risk is such a type of risk which a auditor identified, that is after the implementing control, that a materially misstatement amount that cannot be detected and corrected by such a control, that is called control risk. Okay. Now, inherent risk is the suspectability of an assertion about a class of transaction, account balance, or disclosure to a statement that could be materially either individually or when aggregated with those other misstatements before consideration of any related control. मतलब before control से पहले जो है वो क्या inherent risk और after control risk. Control risk, that is the misstatement will not be prevented or detected and corrected on a timely basis by the entity's internal control. इंटरनल कंट्रोल टाइमली बेसिस पे प्रिवेंट डिटेक्ट करेक्ट नहीं कह पाबै छै मटेरियल मिसस्टेटमेंट के प्रकार जे कंट्रोल समझली बेटा अब समझे आगा चल में व्हाट इज नॉट इंक्लूडेड ऑडिट रिस्क. ऑडिट रिस्क में की हन चीज से नहीं इंक्लूड छै. ठीक छै. तो पहला ऑडिट रिस्क डज नॉट इंक्लूड the risk that the auditors might express an opinion that the financial statements are materially misstated when they actually are not. पहले मतलब कि ऑडिटर जैसे एहन कोनो चीज कहि दै छै जे मतलब कि फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट मेरे मिसस्टेटेड छै ओ बाइदल के ऑर्डर, लेकिन एक्चुअल में नहीं छै तो ऑडिट रिस्क में नहीं एतै. ठीक छै. लेकिन एक्चुअल में मटेरियल मिसस्टेटेड छै आ ओ कहि देलकै कि नहीं मटेरियल मिसस्टेटेड नहीं छै, ये ऑडिट रिस्क में आबि जेतै. ठीक छै. अब रिस्क ऑफ मटेरियल मिसस्टेटमेंट जैसे टू लेवल पे होय. पहला ओवरऑल फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट लेवल, एगो असर्शन लेवल. The overall risk of material misstatement at the overall financial level refers to the risk of material misstatement that related pervasively to the financial statement as a whole or potentially affect the many assertions. Okay. Now, the assertions level for classes of transaction, account balances, and disclosures. The risk of material misstatement at the assertion level are assessed in order to determine the nature, timing, and extent of the further audit procedure necessary to obtain sufficient appropriate audit evidence. This evidence enables the auditor to express an opinion on the financial statement at an acceptable low level of audit risk. आज के बाद अपना साथ कर ले छी जे छै से कंपोनेंट की छै आरओएमएस के रिस्क ऑफ मटेरियल मिसस्टेटमेंट के कंपोनेंट वहाँ छै इनहेरेंट रिस्क, कंट्रोल रिस्क. ठीक छै. तो ई प्रश्न सब पढ़ने चलिए कौन जरूर से पढ़ो के भाई डिटेक्शन रिस्क अगर ककरा कहि समझे. ऑडिट रिस्क की छै इक्वेशन आरओएमएस इनटू डिटेक्शन रिस्क. आरओएमएस से पहले ले इनहेरेंट रिस्क इनटू कंट्रोल रिस्क. आप पढ़े छै डिटेक्शन रिस्क. The risk that the procedures performed by the auditor to reduce audit risk to an acceptable low level will not be detected a misstatement that exit and that could be materially either individually or aggregated when aggregated with others misstatement. समझली डिटेक्ट ने कॉपल के ओकरा के डायरेक्शन अब प्रथा समझे छी चले छी आइडेंटिफाई एंड असेसिंग द रिस्क ऑफ इंटेलिजेंस सिस्टम ऐसा 315 कहै छै डील करे छै एक चीज से रिलेटेड कहे छै आइडेंटिफाई एंड असेस द रिस्क ऑफ मेटेरियल स्टेटमेंट whether due to fraud or other financial statement at a certain level through understanding of the entity and its environment through understanding of the entity and its environment including the entity internal controls thereby providing a basis for designing and implementing responses by the to the assessed risk of material misstatement. This will help the auditor to reduce the risk of material misstatement to an acceptable low level. Let us understand the objective of the auditor as per ऐसा 315 और objective किस auditor के तो पहला है auditor shall identify and assess the risk of material auditor के identify करके assess करके कि ROMS की है ये पहला objective दोस्तों for the purpose of identifying and assessing the risk of material misstatement the auditor shall identify risk throughout the process of obtaining an understanding of the entity and its environment. Then relate the identified risk to what can go wrong at the certain level, taking account of relevant controls that the auditors intend to test and now consider the likelihood of misstatement. Now assess the identified risk and evaluate whether they relate more pervasively to the financial statement as a whole and that potentially affect many assertions that will be identified. Now information obtained by performing risk assessment procedures used as audit option मतलब कि हम ऑडिट से रिस्क असेसमेंट प्रोसीजर यूज करबे ओइसे से हम एविडेंस इकट्ठा करबे हम यूज कर सके एज ऑडिट एविडेंस information obtained by performing risk assessment procedures and related activities may be used by the auditor as an audit evidence to support assessment of the risk of material misstatement. Now the risk to be assessed include both those due to error and those due to fraud. मतलब रिस्क दोनों होइ छै या तो ड्यू टू एरर के वजह से छै या तो ड्यू टू फ्रॉड के वजह से दोनों जो अगर चीज तू नहीं कऽ पेली डिटेक्ट नहीं कऽ पेली दोनों ऑडिट रिस्क छै ठीक छै एगो नहीं छै ई जे कह देबे कि जे फ्रॉड छै ओ तू नहीं डिटेक्ट कऽ पेली ओहा ऑडिट रिस्क से नहीं होइ छै जे एरर छै ओ खोजनाइ ओ फाइंड आउट केनाइ तो रिस्पांसिबिलिटी छौ ना कि दोसर के ठीक छै now what is included in risk assessment procedure risk assessment procedure में analytical procedure जो चले जब पढ़ने चाहिए अपना सब SS720 में सॉरी SS720 नहीं चाहिए कोनो और चीज ऐसे ठीक है बाद में सब याद करके बताएंगे जरा inquiry of management and others within the entity who is in the auditor's judgment may have information that is likely to assist in identifying risk of material misstatement due to fraud inquiry को सकते तो मैनेजमेंट के ऑब्जर्वेशन एंड इंस्पेक्शन चलिए तो रिस्क assessment प्रोसीजर में तीन टा चीज एनालिटिकल प्रोसीजर्स इंक्वायरी ऑफ मैनेजमेंट ऑब्जर्वेशन इंस्पेक्शन ठीक है नाउ इंक्वायरी बुझते छी इंक्वायरी ऑफ मैनेजमेंट में कौन कौन जगह पर इंक्वायरी कर सके छी इंक्वायरी कर सके छी डायरेक्टर टुवर्ड्स द TCWG से इंक्वायरी कर सके छी inquiry directed towards the internal auditor as per 610 you can use the work of internal auditors okay on that behalf you can inquire with internal auditors now inquiries of employees who is working within the organizations now inquiries directed towards the in-house legal counsel regarding the litigation expenses now inquiry directed towards the making and sales personnel may provide information about changes in the entity making strategy sales trends matlab if there is a huge fluctuation in the sales trends during a particular period of time that would be comparable with each other then you can inquire about the same that why such a mix significant changes during the certain period would occurs in the sales value okay now inquiry directed to the risk assessment functions the inquiry directed to the information system personnel may provide information about the system changes system or control figures now एनालिटिकल प्रोसीजर जानते छी मतलब कह के जरूरत नहीं छै पढ़ियो एने तो ओकर एगो अलग चैप्टर छै ऑब्जर्वेशन एंड इंस्पेक्शन कह के छी तू ठीक छै नाउ अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ द एंटिटीज continuous process that is Understanding of the entity is a continuous process, not a rigid process. Understanding of the obtaining and understanding of the entity and its environment, including the entity's internal control, refer to their regional understanding of the entity is a continuous process, dynamic process of gathering, updating, and analysis information throughout to the audit. The understanding establishes a frame of reference within the such auditors plan the audit and existence of professional judgment throughout the audit, for example, when assessing risk of material measurement to the financial statement. Now, the required understanding of the entity and its environment, including the entity internal control. Required understanding की entity के required understanding की and its environment, including the internal control. Relevant industry and regulatory and other external factors, including the applicable financial reporting framework, इसको पता कर भी. Well, ऐसे तो इंक्वायरी पता कर सके जी कौन किहन प्रकार के चीज है. मतलब कि तोरा कोनो कंपनी के अंडरस्टैंडिंग लेबो के लिए तो ई चीज देखा पे छो. पहला एप्लीकेबल एफआरएफ देख ले. ठीक है. रेलेवेंट इंडस्ट्री एंड रेगुलेटरी फ्रेमवर्क. Now the nature of its entity including पहला its ऑपरेशन की करे छे. दूसरा its ownership and governance structure. Then the third is the types of investment that the entity is making and plans to make. Now the way the entity is financed, how it is financed, that you have to know. Then the third thing that is the entity selection and application of accounting policies, entities objective and strategic, and those related business risks that may result in a risk of material misstatements. Now the measurements and review of the entity's financial performance. Now internal control. What is the meaning of internal control? That will be defined as per SA315, identifying and assessing the risk of material misstatements or of the environment. The internal control may be defined as the process designed, implemented, and maintained by TCWG management and other personnel to provide reasonable assurance about the achievement of an entity's objectives with regard to reliability of financial reporting, effectiveness, efficiency of operations, safeguarding of assets, compliance with AFRF, the terms control. Now objective of internal control. Internal control के objective की है. तो पहला objective, transactions are executed in accordance with management general or specific authorization. Authorized होगा क्या transaction. Second, all transactions are promptly recorded in the correct amount. Assets are safeguarded from the unauthorized access. Now the recorded assets are compared with the existing assets at the reasonable intervals, and appropriate action is taken with regard to any differences. Now benefits of understanding of internal control. And internal control के समझो के benefit की है. पहले identifying the types of potential misstatement, identify the factors that affect the risk of material misstatement, and designing the nature, timing, and extent of further audit procedure. Picture. Now study of various aspects of internal control is divided into 4 sections. The general nature and characteristics of internal control. Purpose of internal control is designed, implemented, and maintained to address identified business risks that related to the achievement of any of the entity's objective that concerns the reliability of the entity's financial reporting, the effectiveness and efficiency and its operations, its compliance with applicable laws and regulations, safeguarding of assets. Now अब लिमिटेशन की इंटरनल कंट्रोल किसे जानी. पहला है कि केवल रीजनेबल एश्योरेंस प्रोवाइड करे चाहिए, ना कि एब्सोल्यूट एश्योरेंस कंट्रोल. इंटरनल कंट्रोल के लिमिटेशन पहला. दूसरा से ह्यूमन जजमेंट इन डिसीजन मेकिंग. ह्यूमन जजमेंट इन्वॉल्व है डिसीजन मेकिंग में. लैक ऑफ अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ द पर्पस. मतलब अगर पर्पस है ना अंडरस्टैंडिंग में लैक है. समझलिए. कॉलिजन अमंग द एम्प्लॉई. एम्प्लॉई आपस में कॉलिजन कऽ छै ना इंटरनल कंट्रोल के ब्रीच कर दै छै. ये एगो लिमिटेशन छै. पांचवा जजमेंट बाय मैनेजमेंट. In designing and implementing control, management make judgments of on the nature and extent of control it chooses to implement, and nature and extent of the risk it chooses to achieve. Now litigation in case of limited small entity जैसे afford नहीं कर पाते ज़्यादा control relevant to the. Now factors relevant to the auditor's judgment about whether a control individual or in combination with others is relevant to the audit may include such matters as the following. Factors relevant to the auditor's judgment about whether a control मतलब कंट्रोल जे छै से केहन डिजाइन करबै एहिके लिए कोन कोन फैक्टर जे छै से हमरा कंसीडर करऽ के चाही। पहला मेटेरियलिटी, बिल्कुल सही छै। मेटेरियलिटी तू कते रखै छी, ठीक छै, मतलब कि अगर छोटा मोटा अमाउंट छै ओहिपर ज़्यादा कंट्रोल नहीं रखबै, अगर बड़ा चीज छै ओहिपर कंट्रोल ज़्यादा स्ट्रिक्ट रखबै ताकि ओ चीज में प्रॉब्लम नहीं आबक चाही, ठीक छै। मेटेरियलिटी देन सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ द रिलेटेड रिस्क रिलेटेड एरिया पर में ज़्यादा कंट्रोल और ज़्यादा रिस्क नहीं है कंट्रोल वीको रहते चलते, ठीक है। साइज ऑफ द एंटिटी, द नेचर ऑफ द एंटिटी, द बिजनेस इंक्लूडिंग इट्स ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एंड ओनरशिप कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स, the diversity and complexity of entities operation, applicable legal and regulatory requirements, the circumstances and the applicable financial reporting framework and components of internal control, the nature and the complexity of the systems and the apart from the entities internal control including the use of organizations. Now control over the completeness and accuracy information. Control the completeness and accuracy कंट्रोल रेलिवेंट टू ऑडिट। कौन एहन कंट्रोल छै जे ऑडिट के लिए रेलिवेंट छै? कंट्रोल छै, कंट्रोल जे छै कंप्लीटनेस एंड एक्यूरेसी ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन, एक्यूरेसी कंप्लीट पर कंट्रोल रहना जरूरी छै। मतलब जब कोनो ट्रांजेक्शन कंप्लीट होबक चाही, एक्यूरेट होबक चाही, तहन रिकॉर्ड होबक चाही। इनएक्यूरेट ट्रांजेक्शन शुड नॉट बी रिकॉर्डेड। समझली। दोसर इंटरनल कंट्रोल ओवर सेफगार्डिंग ऑफ एसेट्स, समझली, एसेट्स के सेफगार्ड करऽ के चाही। तेसर कंट्रोल रिलेटेड टू द ऑब्जेक्टिव दैट आर नॉट रेलिवेंट टू एन ऑडिट। Fourth, the statute may require the auditor to report on compliance with certain internal controls. Now, control environment, component of internal control. What is included in control environment? The governance and management functions and the attitude, awareness and the actions of those charged with governance and the control environment sets the tone of an organization, influencing the control consciousness of its people. Elements of the control environment, elements is पहला communication and enforcement of the integrity and ethical value, commitment to competence, then participation by those charged with governance, then the fourth one is management philosophy and operation style, then the fifth one is organizational structure, assignment of authority and responsibility, human resources policies and practices, the entity's risk assessment process, component of control environment. The auditor shall obtain understanding of whether the entity has a process for identifying business risk, estimating the significance of the risk, and assessing the likelihood of the occurrence, and deciding about the actions to address those risks. The information system included related business process relevant to the financial reporting and communications components of control environment. The classes of transactions in the entity's operations that are significant to the financial statements. Now the control surrounding journal entries, the financial reporting process used to prepare the entity's financial statement, how the information system captures events and conditions that are significant to the financial statement, the related accounting records supporting information and specific accounts in the financial statement that are used to initiate, record, process and report transactions, the procedures by which those transactions are initiated, recorded, processed or corrected as necessary, transferred to the general ledger and reported in the financial statements. Now, control activities that are relevant to the audit. Control activities audit के लिए relevant छै। तो पहला दो जे auditor के लगे छै control relevant छै, वो चीज relevant छै। As a part of the risk assessment, the auditor shall determine whether any of the risk identified are in the auditor's judgment a significant risk. वो चीज छै control activities relevant छै, ठीक छै। अब इवैल्यूएशन ऑफ इंटरनल कंट्रोल बाय द ऑडिटर। अब बेनिफिट की इवैल्यूएशन ऑफ इंटरनल कंट्रोल के इवैल्यूएट करत है। पहला, whether error and fraud are likely to be located in the ordinary course of operations of the business, whether the adequate internal control system is in use and operation as planned by the management, whether an effective internal auditing department is operating, then whether the control adequately safeguarding of the assets, how far and how adequately the management is discharging its function is so far as correct recording of transaction is concerned, how reliable the reports, records and the certificates to the management can be, the extent and the depth of the examination that he needs to carry out in the different areas of accounting. Picture. Then the extent and the now what would be the appropriate audit techniques and the audit procedures in the given circumstances. Now what are the areas when control is a weak and where it is exercisable? आप सबसे पहले आप डिस्कस करें के बारे में कि इवेल्युएशन ऑफ इंटरनल कंट्रोल केना होइ छै एमे पहला चार गो चीज छै पहला नैरेटिव रिकॉर्ड चेकलिस्ट क्वेश्चनर फ्लो चार्ट the narrative records this is the complete and executive description of the system as found in operation by the auditor actual testing and observation are necessary before such a record can be developed it may be recommended in case where no formal control system is required जहाँ पर no formal control रहे छै तहाँ पर adequate छै. This is the series of illustration checklist illustrations are questions which a member of the auditing staff must follow and are answered when the complete illustration he initiate the space मतलब एगो क्वेश्चन के illustration बने रहे छै ओ सब क्वेश्चन बुझे छै ओकर चेकलिस्ट इंटरनल कंट्रोल क्वेश्चनियर बुझते छै एमे कोनो ज्यादा दिमाग आवे नहीं छै फ्लो चार्ट जैसे तो फ्लो चार्ट बना के पढ़ा छै. पहला टेस्टिंग ऑफ इंटरनल कंट्रोल अकरा जे छै सीधा छोड़ दे टेस्टिंग वेस्टिंग के मार्ग बोले ठीक छै. आ ओकरा सब की करै छै इंटरनल ऑडिट सेक्शन के तुम्हारे बोली पहले एप्लीकेबिलिटी सेक्शन 138 डील करे छै ककरा पर जे सब मालूम रहे जा तीन तीन छै. सबसे पहले आपने तो एम ई देखा है कि इंटरनल ऑडिट के फंक्शन की है. पहला जो ऑब्जेक्टिव एंड स्कोप इंटरनल ऑडिट फंक्शन द एक्टिविटी रिलेटेड टू गवर्नेंस के रिलेटेड रहते एक्टिविटीज एंड फंक्शन वो दिखा करे इंटरनल ऑडिट के एक्टिविटी रिलेटेड टू द रिस्क असेसमेंट मैनेजमेंट के रिलेटेड जते एक्टिविटीज रहती से दिखा करे छै. एक्टिविटी रिलेटेड टू इंटरनल कंट्रोल इवैल्यूएशन ऑफ इंटरनल कंट्रोल को इवैल्यूएट करे एग्जामिनेशन ऑफ फाइनेंशियल एंड ऑपरेशनल इंफॉर्मेशन रिव्यू ऑफ ऑपरेटिंग एक्टिविटीज के रिव्यू करे ये सब चीज इंटरनल ऑडिट देखा करे छै. नाउ एक्टिविटीज रिलेटेड टू इंटरनल कंट्रोल इवैल्यूएशन ऑफ इंटरनल कंट्रोल एग्जामिनेशन ऑफ फाइनेंशियल ऑपरेशनल रिव्यू ऑफ ऑपरेटिंग एक्टिविटीज रिव्यू ऑफ कंप्लायंस विद लॉज एंड रेगुलेशन ठीक छै. ये सब चीज इंटरनल कंट्रोल. नाउ आप सबसे ना बात करै छी सबसे पहले कि बेसिक ऑफ इंटरनल फाइनेंशियल कंट्रोल एंड रिपोर्टिंग रिक्वायरमेंट्स फ्रॉम द पहले इंश्योरिंग द orderly and efficient conduct of the business including adherence of company policy, the safeguarding of the assets, the prevention and detection of fraud and error, the accuracy and completeness of the accounting records, and the timely presentation of the reliable financial information. Now, clause E of subsection 5 of section 134 explains the meaning of internal financial control. E से मतलब इंटरनल फाइनेंशियल कंट्रोल के डिफाइन करे छै सबसेक्शन 5 ऑफ सेक्शन 134 ठीक छै. The policy and procedure adopted by the company for ensuring the ordinary and efficient conduct of its business, including adherence to company policies, safeguarding of its assets, and the prevention and detection of fraud and errors, the accuracy and completeness of the accounting record, and the timely preparation of reliable financial information. Auditors responsibility for the reporting on internal financial control of financial reporting in India. Now, subsection 3 of section 143 of the Act requires the auditor report to the state whether the company has adequate internal financial control system in place and operating effectiveness of such control. Now, objectives of an auditor in an audit of internal financial control or financial reporting. to express an opinion on the effectiveness of the company's internal financial control over financial reporting. It is carried out along with an audit of financial statement. Reporting under section 143 subsection 3 clause I first Roman number. Reporting करो करे चाहिए section recording. दूसरा चीज है rule 8 rule 5 clause 8 of the company's accounts rules 2014 requires the board to report of all companies to state the details in respect of adequacy of internal control, financial control with reference to the financial statement. ठीक है. एक बार difference between internal financial control and internal control over financial reporting. Internal financial control as per section 134 section 5E, the policies and procedures adopted by the company for ensuring the ordinary the efficient conduct of its business, including adherence to company policies and safeguarding of its assets, the prevention, detection of fraud and errors, the accuracy and the completeness of the company records, and the timely preparation of reliable financial reporting. On the other hand, internal control over financial reporting is required where auditors are required to express an opinion on the effectiveness of an entity's internal control over financial reporting. Such opinion is in addition to and distinct from opinion expressed by the auditor on the financial statement. Now, correct incorrect में पहला चीज चाहे as per section 138 of the companies, private companies are not required to appoint internal auditors. No, गलत. Borrowing network 100 में करना पड़ी चाहिए. There is a direct relationship between materiality and the degree of audit risk. अगर materiality ज़्यादा रहता है, audit risk ज़्यादा रहता है. Do there is an inverse relationship between the materiality and the degree of audit risk. Inverse relationship है. पहले बात से पहले लास्ट information obtained by performing risk assessment procedures shall not be used by the use cost के audit evidence के तौर पर. Mr. W, one of the team members of the auditors of Different Limited, was of the view that understanding of the internal control of Different Limited will not help in developing an audit program. I help करे चाहिए. One of the director of the Very Face Private Limited was of the view that internal auditor to be appointed must be an employee of the Very company. नहीं गलत चीज. एक बात है maintenance of internal control system is responsibility of the statutory auditor. No bro, this is the responsibility of management. TCWG, test and control are performed to obtain audit evidence about the effectiveness of internal control system. Test of control performed to obtain audit evidence. Yes. Now, control risk is the susceptibility of an account balance or a classes of transaction or misstatement that could be materially misstatement and when aggregated with misstatement in other balances or classes, assuming that there were no related internal control. Incorrect. नाउ अपना सब थ्योरेटिकल क्वेश्चन जैसे डिस्कशन करी ठीक है. तो थ्योरेटिकल क्वेश्चन में तो पहला क्वेश्चन अब है द ऑडिटर शैल ऑब्टेन